We're here at Defense Talks with Phil Fuster, Chief Revenue Officer at Hitachi Federal. Phil, thank you so much for joining us.
And thank you for the opportunity.
I'm going to start by asking, as the U.S. military anticipates potential conflicts with greater power adversaries like China and Russia, what do you see as the biggest needs in the IT, tech, innovation, and cyberspaces?
Sure. The biggest issue I see today is the amount of intelligence that we're collecting, whether it's human intelligence, signal intelligence, or electronic intelligence. It's a massive amount of data, and it needs to be ingested, categorized, classified, digested, and distributed. It's all about getting the right data to the right people at the right time. And for commanders in the field, it's very critical. So the next conflict will be about processing it, processing all of that data, getting it to right field commander. But in a world where we're scraping social media, gathering video data, and harnessing massive amounts of sensor data, this becomes a lot more difficult than it sounds. And the sheer volume variety, right? There is structured data, unstructured data, blob data, imagery data, video data. The velocity at which the data can get to these legacy systems that we have, it can be overwhelming. And you have to have a clear plan in place to turn the data into actionable information and get it out to the field where it matters the most.
And then talk to me a little about what emerging technologies or systems that you see as potential game changers in this environment for the way the U.S. defends against and deters threats in the digital age.
Sure. The implementation of artificial intelligence and machine learning into the decision loop is by far the most critical. As communications get compromised, right? All of our cables across the Pacific, the CHICOM knows exactly where those cables are. They know where our geosynchronous satellites are in orbit. And they can target all of those. So being able to get these two technologies in place and process all of that data that we were talking about previously, that's really important. If you look at the example around hypersonics and hypersonic missiles, we already know that the Chinese are way ahead of where we thought they would be with them. You can't have a man in the middle in those types of decisions. So you have to have AI determining the trajectory of that missile, and a person that's in a command information center is not going to be able to track that missile when you only have minutes of that missile in flight. So AI and ML and understanding how to process that data like a human but at light speed is going to be critical. You're also going to have a lot of data hungry applications. So, industry is developing more complex and impressive platforms to scale for the need of this data. So using, partnering with GPU manufacturers is going to be very important, and software manufacturers. Tying those two together for AI and ML applications are critical, and upgrading those legacy technologies so that you can do AI and ML at the edge.
Well, Phil Fuster, thank you so much for joining us here at Defense Talks.
Thank you very much.